Hi everybody, CRBR here. We thought we'd get out another video about where we are currently with COVID-19. It's been a interesting road to get where we are now in May, and we've learned a lot, and we have worked with a lot of customers and clients and have some ideas about this reopening that's going to happen now, where a lot of you are going to have to understand your business maybe a little differently under this new environment. So I was going to take you through a series of things that you might want to consider. First, you might want to consider understanding exactly the difference between marketing and education. And I know it sounds pretty simple, but there's a lot of marketing out there that goes on about this particular situation. And this environment really needs education. You need to get the facts about what's happening out there to make sure you're following rules and protocols and standards to the T, because it's very critical not only for yourself and your business, but also for your employees and your customers. So understanding the difference between those two things and diving into the true education, utilizing the correct sites, the correct information from the cities and the states, and what's happening with the reopening. There's a ton of information that's being posted that's actual facts that you need to pay attention to and abide by as you start to reopen and look at those things and see how they fit into your business. Critical to know the difference. A lot of marketing about different products, a lot of marketing about different ways to do things. People talking about different levels and such of how you disinfect. There's not different levels. There's only one plan, and it's the plan that best fits your company, truly. When you work with a professional like us and design a plan to fit your needs. The plan decides the process, and there's not really just different levels of things. It's just either you disinfect it or you don't, and you make sure it's done right. The other thing is the difference between cleaning and disinfecting. A lot of times I hear and see the words used together, and that's fine if you understand the difference, and many folks don't. And you're relying on the experts many times when you have a conversation with them. Understand the difference between a cleaning and a true disinfecting. They're completely different services, and they would command different protocols and standards as well. So understand the difference between those two words. The next thing I would say is, as we move through the informational side of things, is that will then give you your protocol and standards for your business, whether it's an office building or a daycare center or a restaurant or whatever. You now need to put in place a new protocol based on this new environment of reopening. You get the information, the education, and then you put that protocol and standard together. At CRBR, from day one, we've put in place our standards and our protocols and information here. And this protocol and standard is not only for our internal employees, but also for our customers and how we handle them as well. So we've redesigned our business to handle that, and you need to do that as well. What's the protocol? Then letting the customers know that you've got those protocols and standards in place, and everybody is on the same page from the owner down. Okay, everybody knows what we're supposed to be doing, and there's no defect in any of that. So critical, protocols and standards. If you're going to try to get a product yourself to do a daily disinfecting, which I understand, that's fine. If you're going to do that to be more cost effective, again, make sure you're reading the labels on these products. Critical that you read these labels and understand the application of those products to make sure they're being effective when you do use them. There's a sheet on every product that you can get out there from the EPA or such, and it's called the Safety Data Sheet, or SDS sheet. We have these on every single one of our products, so we know exactly how to utilize them, what they're best for, and also the application process that is most effective. So make sure you're reading the label if you do get a product, and how do I apply it correctly, and what am I doing the right way or potentially the wrong way in not understanding. The next is the application. Many of you have seen maybe 2 or 3 ways of things are applicated. You see people spraying and wiping and spraying and wiping. That's referred to as high touch. High touch meaning you're hitting the high touch areas in a business, and basically the areas that are touched the most by either the employees or the customers, and bathrooms, door handles, things like that, tops of desks, computer keyboards, the mouse, the phone, high touch. So walk through your business and see and identify these areas where customers touch things and where employees touch things. And then you want to make sure you put a protocol in place with your correct product to do the correct application in those areas, and when you need to do them, how often you need to do them, and hit just those areas if you want to keep your place safe and continually disinfecting it. The other potential way to do it is to use a spray. You can actually use this a spray bottle and such, and spray if you want to get it to some high areas or areas where you can't get up to or reach, or you want to put it out in a different application. There is a spray process that can happen. And the last one is the electronic, or the electrostatic, the electrostatic spray, which some people have referred to as fogging. You've seen that, where they spray it out and it looks like a fog or a mist. And that application is used totally in a different way if you're trying to do some areas with high density, a lot of products and such. But again, is the product organically safe to be spraying in that area? Is the product not need to be organically safe? Is the product a neutral based? Is it not a neutral based? Does it need to be wiped after you apply it? All those things you got to educate yourself on, and then put those protocols in place. Again, CRBR is here. We've been doing this since day one, designing plans for people and putting pre-plans and post-plans. Again, we're in the what-if business. We've been in the what-if business for 60 years. We're a very positive company, but we also operate with, what if this happens? Oh my gosh, this has happened. That's us. We come out and take care of it. So our what if has been designing plans and helping people understand, what if I need to call you because I have a situation or something that's above my capability? We're here to do that. We're certified and such in these kinds of environments, and we've been doing them now for the last couple of months for a lot of customers. So reach out to CRBR.com or give us a call, and let's get a discussion going if you need help, and we can help you design a plan or talk about the best way to effectively handle your particular situation. So some quick tips, I guess, as you go back out into the environment, and I understand it because we got to keep this economic engine running. It's critical. Is you want to maybe post those standards then, potentially, where your employees can see it, and maybe where your customers can see that what you're doing in your restaurant, so they feel safe coming into that area and such, and what you're trying to accomplish based on the standards that have been set out there. Again, informing the public. In office spaces, I would try to reduce the clutter as much as possible. That's what we call density. So in your office space, you might want to have people on their desks. Reduce a lot of the clutter for just temporarily until we get beyond this, and put all that stuff in a box somewhere and put it in the closet, so there's not more places or things they're touching that you would have to disinfect. So reduce clutter. Maybe reduce the areas in which people go into. If you've got 4 bathrooms and you can get by with just 2 bathrooms, maybe you might want to do that. Shut a couple bathrooms down. Just reduce the areas in which people go and such, and accumulate. And anyway, so those are some ideas, some discussion points. Wanted to get this video out because we're doing a fantastic job flatlining this thing, but places are reopening, and we're going to get back out there again, and we'll see where the what if is. And if there is a what if, you know who to call. CRBR, we're here. We can help you out and talk about it and see what we can do for you. CRBR.com. You guys have a great day, and we appreciate everything you've done. Be safe.